So I just got wrapped up with the Ripper review. Now that we're done with the review, I can pretty much do whatever it is that I want to this board. So in my review, I said the Ripper was fun but not functional. So now I'm going to be turning it into a board that's both fun and functional. And a couple things that I'm going to be doing to it, right? First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of the TKPs and throw on some 130mm RKPs on there. And with the RKPs, we're going to be going with a split 50 degree in front and a 40 degree whatever in the back. This will just give us a board that is both turny and stable. And if I really wanted to go fast, I'd actually de-wedge the back truck, but for now we're just going to keep it at 40. TKP trucks really aren't the best on longer wheelbases. They simply just don't turn enough. On wheelbases longer than 20 inches, you'll typically find RKP trucks. These turn a lot more, turn a lot deeper, and are more stable. And the flip side of that is that RKP trucks aren't best on tinier wheelbases. That deeper turning and lots of turning becomes twitchy and uncontrollable for some. I'm going with the 70mm Supreme Hogs. These wheels roll fast, slide nice. Despite being like square lipped, they actually slide very easily. So yeah, other than that, I think I may use like some Powell snakes, but for now, Supreme Hogs. Okay, so here's the setup for now. We went blue and yellow. So for the blue 74A, we have a small flat washer, just allows the bushing to work a little bit more, and then we have a flat washer there. I just want as much turning out of the setup at the front, you know, the 50-degree plate. In the back, I have 9087A. Right now it's double flat washer, but if it feels a little bit unstable, if I want a little bit more stiffness from the back or restriction, I'm gonna flip this cupped washer so it'll be flat. And even with these super soft bushings and 70mm wheels, wheel bite isn't that bad. It doesn't suddenly wheel bite, it only wheel bites. I'm really aggressive with how I'm placing my weight, and when I'm riding around, I don't think I'll be that aggressive, but let's see. Super excited to try this out. Let's go skate it, see how it feels. Of course, gonna carry some bushings, maybe an extra set of wheels. I might hate this and want to switch out everything together. I know one thing that I'm anticipating is maybe wanting other wheels, something slidier, but we shall see. Very hyped. So as soon as I stepped on board, I switched out the 87A bushing in the back for a 90A. With 87A, it just felt a little bit too squirrely, and I just didn't like how the back truck felt. It just felt like it wanted to slide out from under me. So yeah, 90A also put a cupped washer roadside. Felt a lot better. So yeah, the board was able to pump. It felt really maneuverable, but it wasn't pumping at its best. It wasn't like super efficient or effective at pumping. I felt like I needed to go a little bit softer with the bushings in the front. Unfortunately, Venom only makes the plug barrel bushing at softest in the 85A durometer, so can't really go any softer than that, which they made one in 81 and 78A, but it is what it is. But yeah, the board is really maneuverable, really turny, really reactive to my input, and even with all that turning, I was not getting any wheel bite, even with the mismatched wheel wells, you know. But yeah, I never lacked for turning with this board, and I was just really happy with how responsive it was. I genuinely really enjoyed it. Also really enjoyed this shot of the back truck snaking around. It looks really cool, and yeah, I like it. The next thing I tried with this board was bombing hills and sliding. With sliding, I think I need a couple sessions to just get like used to how it feels. I wasn't sliding it at my best, and it didn't slide as easy as I wanted to. Supreme Hogs slid well, but not as nice as I wanted them to. I think the wheel I need to go for is a bigger round lipped wheel like the Snakes, you know, just a little bit easier to break traction. When it comes to hands down stuff, they were sliding pretty easily and pretty well. I was actually like really impressed with how the setup performed. I felt fairly confident, and when it came to speed, the board actually handled it pretty well too. Like, it was pretty stable. I'm like going 25 miles per hour there, not a hint of a speed wobble. I was fairly impressed. I didn't think it would feel this solid, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And yeah, I did hands down slides pretty well. I think like if you have this setup and you want to learn how to do hands down slides and go a little bit fast, this could be like a pretty good setup for you. The next thing I did was switch out the wheels for 72mm K-Rimes ones. I thought they'd slide a little bit easier, but that's not the case. One thing they did though, they did roll for a little bit longer, and they absorbed the road vibration a little better. Now 72mm, the K-Rimes are taller than the Supreme Hogs and a little bit meatier. They did hands down slide nice, which was pretty fun as well, and I had a little bit fun bombing hills and doing a couple like pre-drifts and pendulums. So yeah, there's that. The next thing I really wanted to test was how this board performed in the city. I wanted to see how maneuverable it was, how it tackles like unexpected obstacles, people, cars, motorbikes, bicycles, whatever it is. And it actually did pretty well. The board is, like I said, super maneuverable. I never once felt like I lacked for any turning. Like, it handled everything pretty easily, and there was not one moment where like I had to use the kicktail to sort of like maneuver the board around. So I was pretty happy and pretty impressed with that. But this board does suck at one thing, and that is it's pretty heavy, and this makes it not that portable. And yeah, I don't really want to have to carry this board around much. Like, if I'm in a situation where I have to carry the board around quite a bit, I would not enjoy having this on my arm. But other than that, it's pretty good. I think in order to make this board like truly amazing, I'd have to make the deck with like much lighter materials. But yeah, honestly, I feel like I failed with my attempt at making it super functional. Like, it's a little bit better at turning, sliding, and it's a little bit more playful and more fun and more effective at like different disciplines, but it's not overwhelmingly functional in one specific thing. So yeah, it's not really going to replace any of my boards. That said, like, it does make a really awesome quiver killer. Like, it does do a little bit of everything really well. So let's say if I'm going to uni and I don't really know which board to bring, this would be an actual awesome one to bring along. Like, yeah, I mean, if Landyachtz takes this concept, makes the deck really light, you honestly have like a really incredible quiver killer. But whatever. Anyway, if you guys have the Ripper deck, this is a really fun experiment, and I highly encourage you to try it. Yeah, as always, leave a like, leave a comment, all that good stuff, and I will catch you guys in the next video. I hope this one has been enjoyable and that you guys have learned a thing or two. Catch you in the next one. Peace.